Hey everyone, it's Vilma. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review on the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation Stick. Now, I featured this foundation in a previous beauty haul and I did promise a review at some point. I've been using it throughout the month of February. For the most part, I would say 3 weeks I used it, and I really wanted to share my thoughts on the product with you guys. Now, this retails for £29. It's a little bit more on the expensive side, but in my opinion, when it comes to Bobbi Brown products, you pay what you get. You get quality. The packaging is quality and the product itself is also very, very good quality. It has this line has 24 shades, which I think is amazing. The shade that I use is 4.5 Warm Natural, and that's the shade that I use all around when it comes to Bobbi Brown foundations, whether they're powder, liquid, or even the concealer. I have 4.5 Warm Natural. I'll put a few foundation shades below so you can kind of like cross-reference instead of me just telling you I'm this in this brand, I'm this in that brand. So I'll put it below in case you're wondering if it would match you, this particular shade. So on the website it states that this foundation is for all skin types. The stick formula is their most versatile foundation yet. So versatile definitely is because I can use it as a concealer, I use it for touch-ups, and it just blends in really nicely. It's not one of those foundations that if you try to layer throughout the day it's going to look cakey. This one's not going to look like that, so you can definitely use it as a touch-up stick throughout the day. So fantastic for that. It says that the innovative blend of emollients like olive extracts, shea butter help to moisturize the skin so skin stays looking soft and smooth all day. Light diffusing powders and oil controlling minerals help perfect the appearance of skin while reducing shine, even in sweat, water, and humidity. Now, we're definitely going to be talking about those bold claims throughout the video, but first I'm going to show you guys the demo of me applying the foundation. What I usually do is swipe the product throughout my face. So I start on my cheeks and then go ahead on my nose, my chin, and my forehead. And to blend the foundation in, I can use any foundation brush that I have in my collection, but I prefer to use the angled Top Kabuki F84 by Sigma because it's angled. I find it's a little bit easier to blend it just because of the shape of my face, and the foundation blends in really, really nicely. Now, the finish of this foundation is matte, but it doesn't stay matte for long. That sounds a little bit scary, but not really. After a couple of minutes, it just has this lovely dew to it, but like it just looks like you moisturized your face, but it doesn't look oily or over moisturized. It just has this natural, very, very natural, pretty skin-like look. Now, I know I've said before in other foundation reviews that, oh, this foundation looks like skin, and a lot of the times they do, but if you want a foundation to look 99% like your skin, that really mimics your skin, then this is the foundation for you, because I have never tried anything like it in my life. It just looks like my skin. I know I have the coverage. It has a light buildable medium coverage, and I even think that you can build this up to go to full coverage if you want to, because the foundation is layerable. It just looks like skin. The more layers you put, it doesn't look cakey. It just looks like your skin. Now, throughout the day, when it says that it has powders that control oil, I personally don't think that this is an oil controlling foundation at all, because 4 to 5 hours into my day, I look shiny. I don't look oily, but I look pretty shiny. I find myself blotting more often with this foundation than any other foundation that I have that claims to be oil controlling. So when it comes to the oil control factor, I don't think it controls oil all that well. So if you are very, very oily, I would suggest that, or I would recommend that you use a mattifying lotion, mattifying primer, and a very mattifying or a very good powder, setting powder. If you are, on the other hand, very dry, so that's the other side of the spectrum, I don't think you'll like this foundation all that much unless you really exfoliate your skin and moisturize very well, because if you have dry patches, it will cling to them. I notice sometimes here that it just clings a little bit to dry patches because I've had colds on and off. I'm still recovering from another cold. I cannot believe it. I haven't even survived the flu that I had in December, and the foundation does cling a little bit in that, you know, in the dryness. So it's something that you need to keep in mind, maybe to try it out first if you're very oily or very dry, and see how it works for you. Now, the other claim that it's saying that it can stand humidity, sweat, and water, I am not too sure about that, Bobbi, I have to say, because I find this foundation very transferable. It's not that type of foundation like not L'Oreal, but Estee Lauder Double Wear, where you touch and it just stays put. This foundation doesn't do that. If you blot, product will definitely transfer, and it's not just a little bit, it will transfer quite a bit. So I find myself, like I said, blotting, and at some point I will have to retouch my nose with the foundation because it transfers. So that claim, I don't know, I don't think so, unless you have normal skin and you put a very strong setting spray that glues the foundation to your face. I just don't see this foundation doing that at all. I think that in the summer, this foundation will probably just melt off my face because I sweat, I have oily skin, and it's just transferable. It goes everywhere. So this is a foundation that I would wear with lighter, not lighter clothes that come all the way up here, because it will transfer. So definitely not. This foundation has no SPF, so it's perfect for flash photography, perfect for every day. But because it has no SPF, you may want to use something with SPF underneath your primer, like your lotion if it has SPF. I don't really pay attention to that on a daily basis. So if it has no SPF, for me, it's not a big issue, but I know it's a big issue for some people. I absolutely love this foundation. Holy grail product for me. So glad I bought it. I don't even know why I took so long to buy it. Highly recommend. Let me know what you think about this review. Let me know if you've tried it, if you want to try it. I know a lot of you really wait for my reviews. I'm not saying you need to go out and purchase this. I've always loved Bobbi Brown Cosmetics, and I do have a few foundations and a few products of her in my collection, and I always wanted to try this because I've heard so many great things about it. So highly recommend, actually. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you did, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.